offense, day one install. So formations. First one is we're always going to be in pistol. So we have north and south. North is touching the top of the head. South is with the right hand. South is top of the head with the left hand. All right. North trips, or sorry, north flip. Flips is the X and the T receiver. All right, he's going to go wide. The X receiver is going to be split about 6 to 8 yards off the tackle. So if we're in north, the T receiver is going to be 3 to 4 yards off of that tackle. X is 6 to 8. All right. So that, right. So this is about 8 yards. This is 3 to 4 yards. Okay, makes sense. All right. So then, if we look at this, north flip puts he's still going to be about 8. He's going to be about 4 to 6 outside of him, right? So this right here is still this 8 number, 4 to 6. This is going to allow us to motion quite a bit. All right, so we could go T in, motion, all right, to his heels and run whatever we're going to run from there. Okay. Trips. This is about 8. Actually, it's going to be about 8 from the tackle, so you're going to be about 6 from the tight end. This is going to be about 2 to 3 from the tight end. Okay, everything is condensed. All right. So trips, we just make our trips hand signal. You can see trio. Trio always goes to the called side, so trio right. All right, trio right, or right trio. Trio right, put the trips over there. X is all the way on the outside, Z is in the middle, T is closest to the quarterback. Okay, we can also bunch those guys up. We're not going to do it this week. All right, so if we look at going base, right? So we're going to start against Aquinas 3-4. Washington Huskies. So we have Washington is to the left. So the city or the state of the college or team goes to the left side. Let's undo that. Huskies is to the right. We go Washington because it is weak side, wide zone. All right. So it's weak side, wide zone. When it's weak side, center has to identify the mic. The mic is the first backer inside the tackle, on top of or inside the tackle, right? So that puts the backer right there. Okay, so he knows that his combo is going to build there. Knowing that, these two guys know they are not responsible for him, so they are going to work here out. Okay, now let's say that this backer was way out there. Okay, now they could make a call and we could work there and they could work back. So let's say we were in a trio set and the backer was walked out. Now they could solid up on that and we could work the backer back. All right, we don't expect to see that this week. So they're working out. He's got to give a hand while he works out. He doesn't just abandon. He takes over, most likely driving this guy out. Okay. He's going to give a right hand while working. He's going to overtake. All right. Aiming point is the butt crack of a ghost tight end. T and X, you guys, we are not going to block corners. So we know that there's one safety to our side. We are going to help with this guy. We're going to block the safety. We're going to make the corner step up and tackle. All right, backside. If that's the Mike, we know we have to get this guy now. We have to combo to him. Tight end has to overtake. You're coming in, climbing to the first thing that shows you're not going to get that guy. So we're getting up there. So that's Washington. Huskies would be the other way. All right, Huskies would be the other way. Okay. So there's Huskies. Same thing, but the other way. We will always be in these condensed sets receivers right now. All right. Cardinals. Oh, go back to Washington real quick. The hand signal is like making wolf ears. And then, so the hand signal is always the same. So if I point to the sky after the hand signal, the play is going to the left. If I point to the grass, it is going to the right. Okay. The L for left, the R for right. Okay. We'll have some different things as we go that we add on to that, so it's not easy to pick signs. But for day one, blue sky, green grass, left, right. Okay. All right. So now we're going to get into Stanford Cardinal. All right. Stanford Cardinal. If anybody's ever seen Stanford's mascot, it's a giant tree. The S for strong side, wide zone. Okay, the hand signal for it is going to be like you're chopping down a tree. Okay, and then again, pointing to the sky, pointing to the grass. Okay, so Stanford is to the left, Cardinal is to the right. All right. So this is Cardinal. We're going to the right. All right. So we got to identify the Mike. We know that we have an extra guy, so we can bump the Mike back a guy. He's going to be the second backer inside the tackle. So there's our Mike. We know that our combo is going to work to the Mike. Okay, so we declared that. All right. Solo block it. He's going to be on his own. This four tech. We're here to here, working up to the play side backer. All right. On the back side, we're staying home. Okay, you're going to cut him off and you're going to stay home. Aiming point, butt of a tight end. All right. Stanford to the other direction. Let's find a little film. So this would be our our Huskies, because it's a weak side. You can see the cut. Right. So this would be Washington, weak side. Fullback goes opposite way. We won't have a fullback the first couple days. Okay, this is Washington. Cuts back. Okay, so that's our run game. Washington, whatnot. Okay, stick 10. All right, we know that our stick concept is, so if we were to draw just normal stick, we would go Z, T, F, gone, arrow, stick route, right? And our landmarks are deep, flats, stick route. All right, if we do 10, we are going to get rid of the first concept. So we would get rid of that outside guy. So stick 10, we're going to mirror it. So now his landmark is going to be the flat. His landmark is going to be the stick route. All right. This is an option, but it's unlikely. It's most likely going to be that stick route. Okay. So we're going to read it outside in. If the corner is bailing, throw this every time. If the corner is hard press, then we get back in to the inside. What we will end up probably doing is getting our running back to check down over the top so that we read out to in to over the middle. That way, if this linebacker is flying out, then we have a check down with our back. Okay. So that's going to be that's our stick 10. Okay. I do have some clips of it. I also have some other ways that you're going to see us run it. All right. So we can go flip. We can tee in to stick 10. We can go north trips and motion to it. On both of these, we want to shuffle. Once we get there, to get squared back up, we can go Z return and run stick 10. Here's some examples of it in the NFL. Look at the top of the screen. They turn inside, we're going to turn outside. But you notice how the running back is sitting over it. All right. Okay. Go to motion. Going to go down to the bottom of the screen. There's your stick 10. Okay, day one install for NFL teams. Easy concept. Top of the screen. They have the cushion. You're letting it go on your third step. Okay, just college look at it. There's cushion, let it go. All right, now let's get into boot. Okay, so the hand signal for stick is like we're breaking a stick with one hand. All right, to the side that we're going to do it with that color wristband. Boot. Okay, so boot. Our hand signal for boot is going to be like a championship belt. All right, like a championship belt. Knowing that wrestlers all wear boots. Okay, with the words for boot, so that we're able to call it from the line if we want to call it from the line, are going to be belt to the left, so that would be boot left. Strap to the right, that's an R in it, boot right. Right, so we would go, so this, boot right flood, we'd call this strap flood. Okay, so we're going to go, I'm going to give the belt hand signal, like we got a championship belt on. Okay, I'm going to give you the direction. So on this one, I'd be pointing to the grass. Okay, so we're going to fake it away from the call. Line is all going that way. All right. On the boot, our tight end is going to stay in as long as possible. He is not trying to get out. He is staying in as long as possible. Number 1 has to get here. Corner, if he's lined up tight. Post corner, if he's wide. Okay. Number 2 is a 10 to 12 yard over route. All right, especially on flood. 3 is a get open and get across late post. Okay. Slide. We're going to bring them underneath. All right, so slide. We're underneath. Same thing for everybody else. So stay home as long as you can. Now the backside guy on slide, the solo guy or the only guy left that's not sliding, he's got the 10-yard over route now. Okay. Some clips of it. Oh, and we can do some other things. T in to slide. We can go T return, or sorry, T motion to slide. All right, different ways to do it. So this is boot flood. This year, so you can see our tight end, your job is not to get to his outside shoulder, it's to try and cut him off on his inside hip. Try to run across his body and make it look like you're trying to seal off the backside. Okay. Okay, so boot flood. Tight end should have got deeper on that one. Let's watch it again. Tight end needs to get deeper. He's only getting about 6 yards, get all the way across. All right, boot flood, same thing. Boot slide, you're going to see him coming across. Okay. All right. Last one that we're going to put in is called, so this fits into what we call our dash package, but what you're going to need to know is LeBron is to the left, Jordan is to the right, right? L and R. Okay, so if we call LeBron, which this is, most outside guy has a hitch. If the hitch is open, you throw it every time. If the hitch is not open, you're going to pump and then spin out and roll. He's going to go on his 10 to 12 yard cross just like he would on flood because it's LeBron flood. He's going to have his post corner. All right. Tight end's going to stay in. The back is to the flat. Back is to the flat. If there's a second guy blitzing off the edge, the back is going to pick him up. If you are unsure, get to the flat. All right, get to the flat. So, what does it look like? There's a couple versions of it. You're going to see Texas, Clemson, I should say. They run it up top with a screw concept, which we'll put in later. But this shows you, all right, he's got the hitch. He doesn't like it. He just backs up. We're going to probably spin out of it. But they saw press coverage, so he's going to pump it. Get out to that play side. And they throw the screw concept. All right. Another look at it. So we got Iowa State. He pumps it. Really doesn't have anybody there, but it still sells it. He gets out, gets it to the back in the flat. They're running like a mesh concept off of it. Back to the flat. Okay. Good look, whatnot. It just gives you an idea of the concept of what, also the variations of this play. Okay. You can see they look, he pumps, he rolls. Get the back to the flat. We really like the idea of getting the back to the flat. They run it right here. You can see they run more of a flood concept on this side. Again, they get the back to the flat. And then Whitewater does it where they keep their back in instead of their tight end. We'll keep our tight end in, but you're going to see similar thing. Okay, so there's our offensive install. If you have any questions, please do ask, but we'll talk about it and install it all tomorrow.